Welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast counting down everything this week that made you say, what a time to be alive. And now, Patrick Monahan, Kath Barbadoro, and Eli Uden.
Folks, welcome.
Patty just passed away.
Tough start.
Jesus Christ.
He died. He died doing what he loved.
Folks, welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast that counts on the things each week that make us say a thing. That's how the podcast. I'm Patrick Monahan.
I'm Kath Barbadoro.
I'm Eli Uden.
You know, there are other shows where they would just take it over, but instead, this has to happen.
No.
So.
Not allowed.
Yeah, that seems fair.
It's like... Feels like one of those videos where a gymnast tries to do a springboard and then the springboard just doesn't spring and then they go like flying into the mats and everyone loves it. Everyone
always
enjoys
good.
it.
That's a real Russian roulette. You think they do that on purpose?
fuck
Tighten it
up
so
the springboards.
Injure themselves.
Every 10 springs, it just doesn't spring. It just says no thanks.
Yeah, at the Olympics too. They're like, well, I feel good about my routine, but I just have to hope that I don't get the practical joke springboard set. And then they're like, I mean, it's so dangerous too, because when you're at like that level of athleticism and stuff, like you are pushing all of your joints to the limit. So it's like just one bit of force in the wrong direction and suddenly you're just like, everything is gone. You're
Have
shattered.
you seen videos of gymnastic spotters like saving people from breaking their necks? It's so crazy. Like they know.
Stressful.
They know they'll just watch like the rate of rotation or like the slight angle being like just slightly off, and they will step in and grab somebody like inches before they slam their entire spine into the ground. It's pretty amazing. I don't know how they do it. Also, I wonder if they do it wrong sometimes and the person's like, I was going to nail that. What the hell? They're like mad.
I bet they do get that sometimes. Like, I think there's probably more of that at gyms or somebody's like, "What are you doing?" I was going to nail it. It's like, no, your elbows were cracking. I could hear them.
Oh yeah, like on a bench or something.
Yeah,
it's like I was going to make it.
There should be an employment pipeline for like dads with young children to gymnastic spotters. Yeah. Very similar jobs. I love those videos. They're like dad instincts.
I love watching a parent make like a heroic catch of a toddler flinging themselves at something.
Yeah. They're like, toddlers are incredible with that. They like find a way to kind of like jerry rig some piece of playground equipment into a cannon and they go flying at high speed and high rotation like off of it. That just reaches out and catches them by the like nape of the neck like a kitten. Good
they
stuff.
can really make anything the Boston Cop slide. Like they can come off of any playground equipment with that terminal velocity somehow if they put their mind to it.
I'm enjoying the like you see those memes that it's like a toddler looking at the corner of a coffee table and it's just someone just like dead set on something. That's I feel like. I sent it to a new parent friend of mine. I don't think they enjoyed it as much, but
they're drawn to it. It's like bugs trying to get in your mouth. Toddlers are drawn to the edge of a coffee table. Like
they love
to a flame.
To just slam into a coffee table. Just full speed, complete reverse pencil dive, just absolute Mach 5 into a corner of a coffee table. Yeah. They should be in padded rooms. You're not allowed because it would be rude to them, but I mean, they're incredible. And they
love it though.
Yeah.
I feel like, imagining if you put 8-year-old me into a padded room, I would have a fucking blast. I mean, that kind of is what a gymnastics gym is, all the foam cubes. You ever jumped into the foam cubes? It's awesome.
Have you ever, I'll second you this, have you ever gotten like deep in the foam cubes? It's so scary if you get really deep in them. Like you can't get out.
Where are these foam cubes? I was not.
You've never jumped in the foam cubes?
I am
incredulous.
not. I'm not. I'm thinking of like the skate camp Woodward as where they had foam cubes. That's the only thing I can think of, like a big pit full of foam where people would just bail on their various tricks.
Did you go to skate camp?
No, but it's a place I was aware of. As a poser, you know, I was aware of places I was supposed to want to go.
Sure.
Patty waiting for his
They wouldn't
manila
let you in with
folder.
your rollerblades.
The manila folder with the Woodward camp.
No, I mean
invitation.
they would let you in with with skates, but it was more just I didn't actually want to do that, but you had to kind of be like, oh, that'd be so sick if I could go spend a whole week, just doing that. You know what I mean? Like that would be so sick.
It's the same as going to the skate park,
but it would be sick.
It's my parents, man.
Going to the skate park when you're younger and there's like a half pipe or something. You're like, I hurt my ankle yesterday, but I wish
tear it up.
I'd be in there. I got bone spurs, dog. I can't do it. It's crazy like that. I'm so sorry. I was gonna say some of us have clearly never been to a parkour gym in their life, but yeah, they got that's where I experienced the foam cubes.
Yeah, you were at fucking circus camp, so that's not like standard experiences.
Circus camp gotta have the foam cubes, or terrible things happen.
Yeah, circus camp actually did not have the foam cubes, and is where I broke my nose.
That's why you broke your nose. Yeah, because they didn't have the foam cubes.
If you'd fallen, it would have been right onto a foam cube. Instead, it was onto a floor.
Circus camp, I think, was on a blacktop, so it was,
Eli broke his nose because he was balancing a ball with a red ball with a yellow star on it, like a seal, and it was too heavy.
Yep.
He stepped up onto that little block that they put them on, and he balanced the ball on his nose.
My nose simply crumpled under the pressure.
The seal ball.
The seal ball.
Having to delay the show. Everyone, we're so sorry. We can't find the ball, and we can't do. The circus is closed today. We don't know nothing for them to balance.
Someone stole the ball. I know the foam cubes from gymnastics. I did gymnastics briefly as like a little kid, and also it was the Granite State Gymnastics Center. Everybody had their birthday party there. That was where you go for your birthday. So a lot of just springboarding into the foam cubes. They had like the uneven bars above it for like people to practice on, but we weren't getting up there. We were just hurling ourselves into the foam cubes.
What you got to do is you got to get up on the uneven bars and then just hang out there. You kind of stretch. There's people might know. You kind of hook your arms over the top one and then you put your knees over the bottom one and you just feel like a orangutan hanging out.
Yeah.
You get there, you crack open a Sobe, and you're loving life,
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. Get a Fruitopia.
We got Fruitopia machines. It'll help.
That's why we're taking Shelby there. We're taking Shelby. We're giving him a Sobe. We're letting him run around for an hour and a half.
I would love to do that. Yeah. I love that they had Fruitopia as if it was like something that you needed mid-workout as a kid. Yep. You're like, I got to get my blood sugar back up.
I need some tokens.
I got to slam some tokens. Oh, man. Dude, as a CIT...
I got to win more tickets so I can get a spider ring. I need one of those spider rings.
Dude, if you've ever been like a counselor on a field trip or anything like that, and you're the tokens guy, like I was the tokens guy before in the arcade, where you have the allotted tokens that you distribute to the kids.
You're the keeper. Yeah.
It's like real Oliver Twist shit, dude. They're coming up to you with a tin cup. It's crazy. You have so much power.
Did you work at an arcade?
No, it was a field trip to one of them. I can't remember. I think it was when I was a CIT.
Student. Oh, okay. You were the counselor.
Yeah, I was like a counselor in training.
It's like they just gave them to you because you had like narc vibes as a child. They're like, this one will be in charge.
I did have narc vibes as a child, probably, but no. That was the CIT I've talked about before.
Narc vibes as a child. No question.
Yeah.
Like when you guys were talking about skate camp. Yeah, with my little squirrel.
The squirrel's whispering misdeeds the kids did, and you're like, what's that? Oh, I've just heard you've done something very bad.
Well, my version of skate camp is we would go skiing. My school had once a week you could do ski lessons. And I was always the one chickening out.
Holy moly.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. I went to public school, and one day a week we would have a half day and have ski lessons. And like every year a kid would break their leg. And I was like, why is this allowed?
Yeah.
Why are we still doing this?
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That's how I feel about those trampoline places. Like that is the ankle destroyer, dude. That's crazy. I would love to go to one, but I'm like, I'm going to tear my ACL here, and then
they're not for people with our joints, I feel.
Some of them are like not for kids specifically, though. They like are like,
they'll let you on.
In theory, all ages. But there's an Instagram account I've found that I don't want to blow up. I don't even remember the name of it, which was a guy with like a balding ponytail who had a trampoline place near him that was clearly for kids, and he was there every day, and he sets up his phone and films himself doing like rolls. And it was like kind of dark stuff. And then I was kind of going through it, and there were definitely times where the employees, like, it was open and they definitely could have closed if he wasn't there. And the employees were standing there. And then, of course, got to a post where he was like, finally recovered from my ACL tear, back on the grind. And I was like, oh no. Oh no,
yeah,
trampoline man.
I'm just picturing, you get like, when you were a kid, it was fun when you would get like somebody would jump at the wrong time or something, and now it's like you just picture everything in your knee tearing, like like it's turning red, like you get the X-ray, and it's like, and it's just over.
Right, it's like the springboard not working. Like when you hit the trampoline and there's no bounce because you're like at the wrong time. It's like everything. You're like an inch shorter after that. Like everything compressed. It's not.
I just like time freezes, and I imagine someone tearing a drumstick off a turkey at Thanksgiving, and I'm like, that just happened to my knee. That's just separated my whole leg. Veins come with it. It's just it's over.
It was an internal delegging. Yeah, like an internal decapitation.
Yeah, no good.
Yeah,
which
also happened at circus camp.
Someone got decapitated internally?
No, but they had a bad ACL tear. It was the counselor actually got a really bad ACL tear, and I think it maybe severed. Like it was one of those things where they kind of talked around it, and then like once camp was over, they were like, "Yeah, that was really really scary." We just didn't tell you guys how bad it was.
We got a crowdfund for some foam cubes for this circus camp. They can't be doing this.
They should be able to afford it. But
that's tough too, because if you're the counselor and you go down and get hurt, you lose all credibility. So the kids don't respect you anymore. So that's all. You got to get a new job. They have to fire you.
Yeah, you can't come back after that. They got to fire.
Well, he did no joke tear it doing, I believe, a backflip on water skis. So like he had cred. I mean, it was he was still pretty high up on there.
That is like
wakeboarding
part
or something.
of the bargain of doing a backflip on water skis. Is like that you got to factor that into your pros and cons. So. Pretty cool.
Not going to say it's likely in the sense that it's greater than 50%, but it's certainly among the higher. It's
It's one of several outcomes.
You're running the risk.
Say that.
No one did not see it. No one's going, how did this happen?
Right.
Where in the chain did things fall apart that led to this? They go, yeah, that's something that can happen if you do that.
Man, I'm thinking back to the skate camp, just the concept, because I don't even know that anyone that went there. It was just an aspirational thing because nobody's parents were like, I'm not sending you to a camp to go skateboarding. Like what? Like what are you talking about? Or rollerblading or riding a bike or whatever. But it's like it's just
the
like
link you sent is like this isn't just like some day camp at a skate park. This is like a training center in Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, it's Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk runs it. It was
Tony Hawk runs it. Yeah.
It was like when you send, if your kid's really good at football, you send them to like a fake high school. It was like that.
Yeah.
It was like that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the one that I knew was in Pennsylvania. I guess they have more than one of them, but that was the one that I was to do a Google image search to send you that because I wanted to show you the cubes there. But it was just like
they do got the cubes there.
You go there for a week and you land like 10 tricks because all of these sports are just falling down a million times to get something to land once. So
and did everyone want to go?
Falling down.
Everyone wanted to go, but I think like I don't remember if you could go, but it's like I think I had a friend that wanted to go and I had to pretend I wanted to go.
Right.
And it was the same thing. It was like, okay, some kids will be doing the mega ramp and I will be paying a shit ton of money to go to Woodward to like ride off a curb and make it maybe 25% of the time, like riding my skateboard off a regular curb. Like that would have been not worth the investment.
I like the idea of like your parents get it for you as a big birthday gift in front of all your friends.
Oh,
and it's like you're going to Woodward. It's like, oh, that's so awesome, dude. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to go. Oh,
I'm finally going to learn to ollie. This is going to be amazing.
I have to go now. Also,
throwing myself down my stairs the day before I'm supposed to go to Woodward.
You invite like the coolest skater kids that you're surprised they even showed up, but it's because they just wanted free pizza or whatever, and it's just like, oh, whoa, no, it's cool, yeah, no,
that's awesome. I've
always
wanted to go.
You got to like go quickly like scuff up all your fucking stickers on your helmet and shit. You know what I mean? Like it's not like beat up enough.
Yeah, there's a frantic like.
You show up with your
sanding
skateboard.
of the sandpaper shit on the top of the skateboard.
Just like doing the grind plates on the rollerblades, just like doing it on a curb so they look, so they're look like they've been ground on.
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly. Showing up to
Frantically.
Woodward, and they're like, "You got a fresh skateboard for Woodward?" And I'm like, "No, I've been riding this one for 2 years. I've never rubbed it against anything."
This is my main rig.
Yeah, most of my tricks are done on grass in front of my house so that it doesn't roll away from me.
No, I'm not. I like the aliens on this, man. I'm not gonna. This
I don't want
costs
to
a lot
mess
of
them
money.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I'm knocking out 8 to 10 failed ollies a day on my grass front lawn, and then I'm hanging it up, going back to business as usual. That's how
I
you
think I
get good
tried
at
to
skateboarding.
skateboard like 1.5 times, and I was like, "This is not going to be for me. This is not."
It's
It's
so
really
funny
hard.
It's so funny that
yeah.
we're different enough ages that like it totally just sort of is a through line.
Yeah.
As far as trends and stuff, it does not change. You know what I mean?
No.
Like all this stuff is the same as when I was in middle school, apparently, like all the way through. And the type of kids that do it is the same. Like all that's it's such a funny
I wonder
thing.
if they're still skating. I feel like I don't
Yeah.
see a lot of skateboards at
definitely.
the college.
No,
They're
there's
all
a lot.
on
It is
iPad.
still.
They're all on phone now.
Well, it's
They
New
have
York.
their
There's
skate-
spots. You go.
That's
There's
true.
like legit spots here.
There
that you
are,
go to.
yeah. I live near Prospect Park, and there's like a part that there are always kids skating in, and
Yeah.
it is the same kids, and they are dressed the same, and yeah,
Yeah,
it's timeless.
There's also, I don't know if you guys had this, I think this was a common school thing where it's like they're the skater kids at school, and then there's always one guy, usually like kind of a tough guy at the school, who comes over and is like, "Let me see that thing," and then immediately breaks their leg. Like we had a kid who like literally was like, "Let me see that thing," got on it, it shot out from under him, and he broke some bone. And it was like, damn, all right. Those are
Tailbone
dangerous.
on life support. Instantly.
Well, as soon as I get healthy, I'm gonna have to beat someone up to regain credibility. So
Right.
that's-
Getting on the skateboard for 0.2 seconds and my coccyx shooting out of my mouth, I fall to the ground so hard.
Oh, God,
Fires
my
out of me.
ass.
Like an air hog's rocket.
That is one of the worst feelings I have ever felt. Just
What,
Breaking
shooting
your
your
ass.
coccyx out of your mouth like an
shooting
air
my
hog?
coccyx out of my mouth. Beating your tailbone that bad is like, because there's no, you can't get an injury like that without it being so embarrassing.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
You had to
it's
do
like-
you had to do like the Home Alone fall to get to
Yeah.
as a start.
And
like if
a
there were a
tailbone
static
injury-
shot up, shoulders up, you would just see your ankles like
Yep.
flipping.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
it's either the full Home Alone like whoa, or it's like downstairs. Like there's no like
There's no
Yeah, and it's
dignified
also-
way to be injured to injure your tailbone.
Like the
never looking
natural
cool.
sound of a tailbone injury, like, you know, you get the wind knocked out of you and you're like, like when you hit your tailbone and you just go, ow, 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 ow. Like that's what your body does. Just the
I tried to learn to
oh.
roller skate during COVID, and I slammed my tailbone down in the middle of the Prospect Park rink with like a bunch of other people around, and I was like covered in pads. Like I was. It was pretty humiliating. That was
just,
the
like,
end of that.
swan just right up until that moment, just swanning around.
Yep.
Feel like.
I was
like,
getting my
like
confidence.
Dancing Queen is playing
Yep.
or something. Like it's very like
Starry-Eyed Surprise by Paul Oakenfold just blasting. And then you do a star jump
like you're
into
in
the
a-
half pipe and break your
you're
tailbone.
in like a Diet Coke with lime commercial or something.
Yeah.
Right up until the moment you fall.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
And
something
look-
about it too. Just like every other part of my body had a pad on it except my butt, and so
They found
Yeah.
it.
yeah, really
Gotta-
found it. We should probably
wear
do
that
numbers,
protective
but protect
diaper,
your tailbone,
yeah.
folks.
Number 5.
Number 5 comes to us from Byhord Zuko in the Discord. If you would like to submit stories to our podcast, you can subscribe to our Patreon at the $10 a month level and get access to our private Discord channels where you can submit
And
stories.
ad-free versions of all of our episodes, if you
That's
didn't know.
right. And a bonus episode every week. It's pretty great. What a
Now,
deal.
Shelby, make sure the ad plays directly before that
Yes.
as well. Drop
So
that in
people
right
are
there.
maximally annoyed. That's very important. This story, if I could sum it up, it would be that Krakens are real. That's what this story is. They found some fossils of these huge beaks. They got beaks. I don't like that they have beaks. That's not a thing a fish should have.
Yeah, I don't like to hear that.
Yeah, crunching.
Yeah, they were crunching. That's basically what this story is about.
I feel like there's something about like being bitten by a beak versus by teeth that like it's a pinchier, right? It's like it feels like it would feel like it's all going to feel bad, but you know, I feel like it's just like hey, like very
I feel like it would take a chunk out, like a beak-shaped chunk, you know?
Yeah,
don't care for it.
It feels created, you know, like a beak on a fish. It just immediately you feel like you're on some like island of Dr. Moreau. You're like, what the fuck? Who made this? Why?
Yeah. Totally. I mean, octopuses kind of have that vibe in general. But especially 100-meter long one. Don't like that.
Beak on a fish is a like your like speech to text mishearing you asking it to play Freak on a Leash. Sorry, I can't find beak on a fish.
Beak on a fish. Inappropriate. Yeah. By the way, I said 100 because I was looking at the headline. They're 19 meters in length. Still too long, in my opinion. But not like a distance it would be impossible to walk quickly, which is what I thought initially. Yeah, they just found a bunch of newly identified fossils that revealed that these ancient octopuses reached up to 19 meters in length. They probably rivaled or preyed upon apex predators such as mosasaurs and plesiosaurs. I know what a plesiosaur is. That's like an A-list name.
Mosasaur led the dinosaurs to the promised land. He parted the sea.
That's right. No, mosasaur is very scary.
He parted the land because he's in the ocean.
Mosasaur is basically like giant alligator with fins. Like picture that. That's right. It's the one that eats the assistant in Jurassic World. Jurassic World, whichever one. When Jimmy Buffett's running away, there's an assistant who's like, her crime is she's takes selfies or something, and they have her get eaten alive as part of the.
You know what would be an interesting film series is movies Jimmy Buffett is in. I feel like he's in a collection of them.
He's got those margaritas.
He's got
every
IMDb.
one of them. He's holding 2 margaritas running around.
Yeah.
I know he's in The Beach Bum. I was just looking that up the other day. I feel like he's in a weird amount of stuff.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Anyway, yeah. So I guess like it makes sense. Like when these become fossils, pretty much the only thing left is the beak because the rest of it's just like a bag of goo. You know?
Yeah.
So
they deflate.
All they got are these beaks. Originally, they thought they belonged to vampire squids. Also don't like that, but it turns out they're part of a group of ancient octopus relatives known as the Nanaimo-toothus. So pretty cool. I wonder if they invented the bars.
Goldman Sachs wasn't that the big? They're in the financial crisis. Vampire squid wasn't that what's his face called them?
Well, they're not. They thought that they caused the financial crisis, but it turns out they're a different species than those guys.
The vampire squid, are they just like, because they don't actually, I feel like the vampire is a descriptor of animals thrown around. They're not drinking blood, right?
They're too casual about naming it vampire stuff. I agree with that. I feel like there's some bugs. There's obviously the bat. It's like, relax.
Yeah, the bat does, right? But it's not as like, it's not full vampire. It cuts you and then laps it up, and it's kind of cute, I guess, if it's not your blood. But yeah.
It's cute if it's not your blood.
These vampire squid. Have you seen a vampire squid? They look kind of.
They're goth.
Yeah,
they have a big collar. They have a widow's
I just looked them up, and they don't eat blood. They're not.
Yeah,
they feed on quote detritus, which.
That's just garbage.
You got to change your diet. You got to change your diet if you're feeding on detritus. That's no good.
They look more like an umbrella than anything. They look like an umbrella, and they look like they have a funny hat on. So maybe they should be called the umbrella funny hat squid. How about that?
The top hat squid. I think they're kind of cute. I mean, I don't like what is referred to on the Wikipedia page as the oral view, which I don't like that term.
Jarvis? Pull up the oral view.
Show me the oral view, please. Yeah, not good. There's a dorsal view and an oral view, and yeah, the oral view is unsettling.
Yeah,
as I think honestly an oral view of most animals would be. Like that's not a flattering view to most.
Not a good thing to advertise on your Airbnb listing. A great oral view.
Even like a picture, like a picture taken at the dentist of a regular human that's like, it does not look, it looks like a monster. You're like, what is this? Okay.
It's like that
you found some sort of Wendigo.
Video. It's creepy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oral view, they all look like Rubber Johnny from the Aphex Twin video. They're just shooting around. That video haunted me for years.
Yeah, it was a scary one.
So the beak, they're saying the new thing is that they found out they did crunch people up. They thought they were just
they thought they were vampire squids, and I guess vampire squids have like a different type of beak, and so like they were estimating a different size and a different species. But they were like, "Oh no, this is actually the beak of an ancient octopus that based on the beak size was fucking humongous and was eating the mosasaurs and the plesiosaurs, perhaps. Or at least competing with them to be like top of the food chain." Quote, "To see a beak this size is quite amazing. It was a massive animal. I certainly would have wanted to go swimming in the ancient oceans if these things were swimming around." Okay.
One of many reasons
generally
not to go swimming in the ancient ocean.
I'm not swimming in the ancient ocean. Generally.
That's the only reason.
I'm not going in there.
That's actually the only reason.
I don't like swimming in the modern ocean that much if I can't touch the bottom, actually.
Before that, I was ready to go. I figure odds are I'm not going to get eaten by a megalodon. I mean, which wouldn't even really bite me. I would just go in the mouth. Like it wouldn't even have to bite me.
Jonah style.
Yeah, not
you get
ideal.
that oral view. The oral view of Jonah in the
Jonah
whale.
got an oral view for sure.
He definitely did.
Got a raw deal overall, that Jonah. Got a really...
Very unfair to Jonah.
Not as cute as you would think based on all the stories. A lot of the art makes it look very unpleasant that he's getting swallowed by a whale. So
yeah.
I like
that this guy's also got the exact sort of name I expect a paleobiologist to have. Dr. Thomas Clements. Perfect.
Yeah, that's a guy who's getting eaten by a plesiosaur in a Jurassic Park movie. Dr. Thomas Clements.
I'm watching Jurassic Park. They go, "This is Dr. Thomas Clements." I go, yes, 100%. That is Dr. Thomas Clements.
Don't need to keep that information in my mind for too long. That will cease to be relevant shortly.
Very soon.
This is Dr. Thomas Clements. He will be going into that porta potty. Okay, goodbye, Dr. Thomas Clements. It was a pleasure knowing you.
The lawyer's name is Gennaro, to be clear.
Oh,
Thank you.
He's gone. R.I.P.
Yeah. So, I feel like a lot of this article is just padding after these guys were fucking huge. Because, like, it says, they asked another scientist who said, quote, "It probably used its long arms to seize prey and its powerful lower jaw to crush hard structures such as shells or bones." That does not disrupt any of my current knowledge about how octopuses eat.
Yeah.
That is...
So it grabbed them is what you're saying.
It grabbed them and ate them. Yeah.
The creature that's known for having 8 grabbers would grab things.
You kind of could have asked anyone about that. Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of could have asked a 6-year-old.
Probably used his long arms. Yeah.
Man, I have beef with octopuses right now because I did the New York Times connection thing the other day, and one of the categories was things associated with octopuses, and I couldn't get it.
Drums.
I was mad. It was like
drum set,
suction cups, beak, ink. I was like, fuck this.
Sailor hat.
Bullshit.
Sailor hat, drum set.
Sailor hat, drum set.
Drum set would have been a good one. Drum set I might have gotten.
Shout out to the octopus playing the drums in the Aquaman film. A wonderful moment in film.
You got to put them on drums. What the hell else are you going to? You got to. If I was watching a movie and then an octopus on guitar, I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Unless it's an octopus who's like in Boredoms, that like band with the 7-necked guitar, he could play that.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. There's got to be a lot of necks on that guitar. Because otherwise you're wasting this. You're wasting.
It's a waste.
Yeah,
it's a waste.
If he's in like Tool,
put him on an upright bass. Get out of here.
Yeah, if he's got one of those triple necked 18 string, he's in fucking Animals as Leaders or some shit, playing like math rock. And crazy time signatures, but otherwise, put him on the drums. That's where he's supposed to be.
He plays that math rock triple neck guitar, and he has the if the bassist is wearing these, you're about to die in the pit glasses.
Oh yeah,
that's the octopus I want playing the guitar.
And he's also trying.
Of course, he's on drums.
He's also unscrewing himself out of a jar during this whole process as well.
That's his entrance.
Yeah.
They bring him out in a jar, and he gets out of the jar to start.
He rises
jar turns
in the
upside
jar
down.
on hydraulics, and he then opens it.
The jar turns upside down. He unscrews the top, and he plays drums upside down like Joey Jordison and Slipknot. And he's going crazy. The crowd's going wild.
Yeah,
He could
that's
do
right.
it. He could do it.
Do it. These guys could have played huge drums.
Yeah.
There's a segue. Hey,
Gongs.
big drums.
They could have played drums very far away from where their
Timpanis.
head was.
Yeah. I like the idea of the gong as the biggest drum. The gong,
Yep.
the biggest
That's the
drum
biggest
of all.
drum, right?
Yep.
Or like the Japanese ones.
With the
like the huge
taiko or whatever they are.
Yeah, where they have the two mouths and they're just like wailing on the one big drum.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Man, they used to have an arcade game where you drum like that. They had the taiko drums.
Drum Hero?
And I would play it. I don't remember what it's called. It
Taiko
was
Drum Hero?
Japanese. Yeah, yeah. And I would play it until like all of the blood was pooled in my fingertips. And I was like,
Just
I would
slam
play
it.
a lot of arcade games until my parents had to like take me home and like nurture me back to health, whatever it was.
Just called an octopus simulator, and it's just you play drums. You're just playing
Did you ever
drums.
play the Dave and Buster's has like the kickboxing one? Have you ever done that?
Maybe
It's
is it
like
the
a
one
bunch
with
of-
pads?
Yeah, it's like a bunch of punch
Yeah.
pads, and it's like it's basically like DDR but punching, pretty much.
Yeah, you will not be shocked to know there was a version of it that was based on Fist of the North Star, which is an anime, and I
Sick.
played that in arcade until my knuckles were bleeding and my
Yeah.
parents were mad.
That's what I was going to ask about playing.
We have
the
to go to
physical-
dinner after this. You're bleeding.
Of all, to have a kid that only wants to go to the arcade but also is always bleeding, it's like, what? Choose a lane. What are you doing?
We brought you here because it was like a child activity that was relatively safe, and you found the way to bleed.
Yeah,
Might as well
I
just
tore
have
my
you play
ACL
football
playing.
at this point.
I tore my ACL playing Top Skater. Unfortunately, you got to take me to the hospital. These are just things that have hurt me, I guess. But there used to be at the ESPN Zone in DC. There was a horse racing game, and you would get on a fake horse and ride it. And I like fucked my gooch up so bad playing it. I like couldn't sit down for like a week.
What the? How did you do that?
Because it's a hard plastic horse, and it's like,
He was
like,
too
if you're
enthusiastic.
You're just
you're
bobbling up
smacking
and
your
down?
gooch on it over and over. If you're
Was
really
it like the
hauling
type of
ass.
sore you get from like a bike seat, or was it specifically taint
It
soreness?
was no, I think like similar to a bike seat, but with more
Okay.
impact, more like if you've been going over like moguls on a bike for like an hour, that was basically kind of what
Okay.
I did.
And it's weird because the game is mostly about like getting in gambling debt and addicted to drugs, and that's the main thing that happens.
I played
Yeah.
this amazing game recently that was, I don't know if I told you guys about it. It's a Japanese horse racing game that is basically you're like a jockey and you raise a horse and like you feed it, you name it, you feed it, you enter it into races against other players and you like win money. It was so fun.
Is
I
it a
got
horsey
so
game
addicted
or it's
to
a
it.
different one?
It's called like, let me look it up. It had like a big thing that said like Players Club.
There was a weird game
Players
that was
Club.
big for
Sounds
a minute
cool.
where I don't fully understand it, but it was like you were raising a horse to race, but the horse was also a woman. It was Japanese,
not
if you
that.
can believe that.
So it's like
Yes.
like a dating sim. Get that in there.
yeah, I was like,
So,
you're
yeah.
dating your horse and she's very fast. What if?
Yeah, that's what's coming up when I Google Japanese horse racing game. It's called Uma Musume Pretty Derby, and it's a horse who's a woman.
Yep.
God, I want to.
You
find
guys
the
thought
name
I
of
was
this
being
thing.
like weirdly vague because I didn't know what the game was. No, it's exactly that. It's a horse who's a woman who you race. And look,
I can't
they're
find the
breaking
name of
down
this,
barriers
but
here.
it was like a thing that was. It was like a bunch of monitors set up. It was like a whole area in an arcade.
Oh man,
And it was
Like those-
so fun.
like those guys who get full like 360-degree racing simulator setups, but it's for a horse. And
Yes.
it's just a saddle with like wrapped monitors around you.
Well, it's like you
All
get
right.
your own little monitor, and that's where you're training your horse, and you have to get it to trust you, and you like pick foods to feed it, and sometimes it doesn't like the food, and it overturns its like feeding trough and gets mad at you, and then it races worse. It's
That
so
thing
awesome.
would be glue. Overturn your trough.
Yep.
God.
You're
Get a
glue.
life,
Yeah.
horse. You're going straight
and then
to
there's
the
like a
factory.
big monitor in front of everyone, and that's what you race on. So like you all are training your little horses, and then it's like, okay, it's race time, and then you all race. It's so awesome. I wish I could
Seems
remember the
sick.
name of it. Yeah.
I loved raising little digital monsters. And that's a big part of it is the foods they don't like. You give them the wrong food, they go crazy.
Well, this is also,
Won't
I
speak
feel
to
like
you.
I didn't get the full experience because this is like, it was like it's from like the 80s, I think, or the early 90s in Japan. So like the full experience is you do this while chain smoking. Like that.
Yes.
Just sitting there for hours. Be fucking
Ooh,
sick.
baby.
Yeah.
Get me in a PC bang tomorrow, dude. Chain smoking, playing StarCraft for 48 hours until I die. Can you make the horses sick? So that's what I feel like. There's always a strategy where it's like you feed it nothing but sugar cubes and it's really fast once and then it is very sick.
You get to
That's
like
the hack.
The way you pick its like skills is you breed it. So you get to pick its like sire. And my horse sucked because I just picked its sire based on the name, which was Pierogi Prince. So I was like, well, I have to pick that one.
Nice.
Sure.
Yeah. Good.
And then my horse was like kind of bad. But this
Yeah.
has been a very long derail about a game I cannot remember the name of. So I apologize.
No, it's
But we should do
valuable.
number 4 probably.
Number 4.
Number 4 comes to us from Andy Bandyman, the one-man band sim in Discord. Thank you. I really rolled right through that. I was pretty happy with myself. Didn't trip me up. So this is a story about a festival, a nature festival. This is a UK wildlife festival, and they've been advertising it. And so they have been advertising it, the Cumbria Nature Festival, and they have been advertising it as a naturalist event. And apparently, they've been doing all this, and something I didn't know is that apparently nudists who want to seem, I don't know, don't want the word nude in their self-descriptor, call themselves naturists. Mm-hmm. And so there has been kind of a big confusion here, enough that they had to step in because they were, I don't know if maybe it seems, the way they're talking seems like they had almost maybe a 50-50 split of people who enjoyed wildlife and people who wanted to be butt-ass naked at the same event with the same ticket buys.
Awkward.
Very different. Very different. And then, I mean, nudist, I'm thinking of nudists and like, I think there's probably overlap with like real outdoorsy people, but I feel like there's also some, they're not all going to be like that. There's some people who just want to be having it out.
Look, there's also a huge overlap with episodes of Real Sex. That was a key part of nudist culture, was being on the show Real Sex.
You guys gotta watch Neighbors. The last episode involves a nudist town, a nudist. I wouldn't say resort because people live there, but like they're committed to the lifestyle.
Yeah,
the nude lifestyle.
The lifestyle.
It's very good.
So they've been struggling with this to the point where they have had to issue a blanket thing to basically say, hey, this is from their Facebook, which is, this is absolutely the sort of event that gets organized on Facebook in the year 2026. Cumbria Nature Festival, about a week ago. Double red exclamation point emoji, double red exclamation point emoji. Important clarification, double red exclamation point emoji, double red exclamation point emoji. After a recent inquiry, we need to clarify. Cumbria Nature Festival is primarily aimed at naturalists, not naturists. And I love that they have to say this, like where they go, whilst we aim to be as inclusive as possible and certainly do not judge anyone, we are aiming the event at wildlife enthusiasts. Please do dress appropriately, by which I mean they mean at all. And then they have
Put
to
your
go, if
dick
anyone
away.
else...
Please put your dick away.
Exactly. And then a big indicator here in this phrase, if anyone else has booked an error, please contact us immediately for a full refund. So people have been letting them know that they're going to be nude at their event.
This is not quite the same, but it does remind me of one of my friend's birthdays is around Halloween, and he invited me to his birthday party, and for some reason I assumed it was a costume party and like made a comment to his girlfriend like 2 days before the party where I was like, I don't know what costume I'm going to wear. And she was like, it's not a costume party. And then they sent out an email to all attendees clarifying
No, you saved people.
that it was not a costume party.
Was it on Halloween itself?
No, it was like that weekend. Like, I don't think it was a crazy thing to assume, but also I've been to his birthday party multiple years and it has never been a costume party. So it was... Yeah.
That weekend, it gets,
Then
people
everyone
wonder.
else had to get
helped.
an email because of me.
Well, that was, I mean, there's the classic post. Are you familiar with the
Babadook
Katie Dippold post? Yes, of course. I mean, truly
adults
one of the
drinking
funniest,
wine vibe.
one of the funniest things of all time.
Yeah.
I love that it's so. I'm sure our listeners know, but if you don't, it's a Katie Dippold tweet that says TBT to Halloween when I dressed as the Babadook, but my friend's house was more of a grown-ups drinking wine vibe, and it's a picture from like kind of far away, full committed Babadook costume, like very good, and just like two other people sort of half in frame, looking completely normal. It's
watching like TV, watching like American Idol or something.
Right.
No one is looking at the Babadook. It's not like a posed picture.
Right. And just like there's like sitting in front, like the Babadook has never before sat in front of a paper plate, like a themed paper plate.
Babadook eating grapes.
Lights are on, not scary.
Every overhead lighting. Babadook not threatening
the Babadook's environment, not where he feels comfortable.
Yeah.
But
no, it's
I feel like this is a real astronomers versus astrologers situation, where it's like one of these is real. Please stop bringing your nonsense into the the real one.
That's how I feel about this part where they're like, we aim to be as inclusive as possible and certainly do not judge anyone. It's like, they're not, you got to
wear clothes for
protected
this.
minority. Like this is
it's not judgmental to be like, please wear clothes to this event that is not specified as for people to be naked at.
Yeah, right. If you're a naturist or whatever it is, you're welcome to join. You just can't be on the clock while you're at this. Okay?
Right. It's like no shoes, no shirt, no service, no judgment. Like you don't need to add that. Like we know.
And I'm like, I'm of the opinion that if you are going somewhere to see the
barefoot is legal.
If you're going somewhere to see like the beauty of untouched nature, you're going to this like wildlife event. To me, a nude modern human body is as bad as like a skyscraper in terms of taking me out of nature. Like it's such a reminder of what we are and what we've become that I'm like, no. I don't need to see like here. I don't need to see a nude man with like tech neck, like I don't that's going to take me out of it.
It's a sign of how far we have fallen as a species.
Guy who's nude except for his like carpal tunnel brace.
Right.
Doctor said I can't take this off.
Yeah.
Believe me, I wish I could. I know I'm not fully in the lifestyle right now.
Yeah, like I understand why it's called like a naturist or whatever, but it is like your like shitty fading Taz tattoo is not natural. Like this is disruptive to nature.
Yeah, you've got the Terminator on your back. I'm not sure that this is full just embracing the natural wonder of the world situation.
Right.
And just like don't do that to people because that's like I don't know. That's
sure
the thing.
They don't want to do this to people. I'm sure they're not like,
but
respect my rights to be nude. Like they know that's why they have their own little thing.
Yeah,
right?
I guess that's why the thing is, it's like that's the difference to me with like nudists is like you can do that a lot of places where no one can see you, and then it's like, why can't I be nude on this beach? And it's like, well, now this seems more like you want me to see it. It seems like part of it is me seeing you, and that's a whole different can.
There
of
are
worms.
beaches where you can be nude, and they just go there. They're not trying to be nude on other beaches. I don't think. Are they?
It's like. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think they're keeping it to themselves. I don't think they want you to see it, Eli.
All right. Well,
they want Eli
better
specifically.
not come near me.
Eli's the only person they want to see it. That's actually it's strange, but that's the way it is.
And it's weird that like I feel like a lot of nudists also like have the one grossest. It's always like Birkenstocks, and I'm like, how are you nude except for the one shoe that's worse than looking at a barefoot? Like the one shoe that's more crusty. This deeply crusty Tevas strapped on. Yeah,
I know somebody who went to a nudist thing like not as a bit, but like kind of as a bit, and then was like, "Oh, I love this. This is like I'm in this now. This is like a thing I am going to make time to do in my life." So
yeah,
you never know.
I guess once you break the natural barrier,
the seal,
it's probably nice.
Have you ever been to a nude beach or anything? I have. It's pretty normal. Like it gets normal fast.
I think I went to a optional one in Italy once. It was like not, like it was allowed.
Right.
And then I was like a younger child. So, I mean, I was having a great time there because I was learning.
You're learning.
I was not nude. I think for like multiple reasons, like that's still probably not, they don't want that.
Sure.
I guess that's part of it, but they just generally don't want that there.
Yeah,
now, if you had to
especially
guess,
like 14.
if you had to guess whether I have been to a nude beach, what would your guess be?
Listeners, weigh in. Has Patty been to a nude
the
beach?
guess is how many times a week, really.
Yeah.
It'd be easier to guess how many times you're not at a nude beach.
Right. How many
It's,
times have you been to the regular beach? Probably not that many versus nude.
Screaming down Venice Beach with nothing but those tequila worm rollerblades on.
That's
that
right.
all fly out behind you.
I feel like optional is almost worse. Like if you're going to go to a nude beach versus an optional beach, because then it's like I used to have this problem at Barton Springs, which is in this big spring-fed pool in the middle of Austin, which I would go there all the time in the summer. But it's if you're a woman, you can have your top off, like that. It's allowed. Yeah. But the only people with their tops off have they're in the top 1% of boobs. It just didn't feel like the optional makes it not equalizing. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you can take your top off if you're a woman, but you better have something we want to see or we're going to be mad.
And that's the natural opposite of the nudist beach, which the classic chestnut is, it's not going to be as fun as you think it is.
Right. You're not going to be titillated. It's more just
I think that might have been the setup of the one I was at. I think it might have been a tops optional, and it was in Italy, and I was 14, and I was like, clear the schedule, Mom and Dad. We're not going to any other cities. We're going to stay here until I work some stuff out, until I figure out what's going on.
Till I come away with
head.
Resolve about some things. Yeah.
Also, it's we're not going anywhere else. Also, I can't stand up for about 2 hours, so we're going to be at this beach for a while, Mom and Dad, actually. Yeah. Well, that might be a gross place to end it.
Yeah, let's go to number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3 comes to us
I
from
got scared.
Patty no selling the death knot in the Discord.
Which I believe is a false memory. You did not no sell the death nut.
I wouldn't say. I'm just not a demonstrative person, so I wasn't doing the Tom and Jerry yell and pounding the table and stuff. Yeah, get me out of here. Which wouldn't really help with that. It's already in your mouth.
Get
number
out
3
of here.
Number 3 is about bunnies. So it's we're taking a different track here. About some little bunnies
that are on fire.
Bunnies are on fire. They were there was a offshore basically there was a container ship that was delivering some things to an oil rig in the North Sea, and it was leaving from Dundee, Scotland, and ended up on an oil rig for a Norwegian, I guess, oil company. Off the coast of Lincolnshire, England, so out in the middle of the ocean there, and it had some stowaways, and it turns out that there were three baby rabbits that stowed away. They got in there, and they took the ride out, and 2 of them were found running loose on the rig's pipe deck and were rounded up by members of the crew. I'm sure that was very easy. Who placed them in a box in the radio room with water and fresh vegetables. They, they had a little hutch going, an enclosure, which we all appreciate. And the third bunny, I guess, was they don't say. They found him hiding inside a forklift. There we go. So on the rig, and the
close
first
one for that bunny inside a forklift. Not time sensitive.
Trying to operate it. He didn't have his license, so he could, he hadn't
not certified.
Learned. This is after the first 2 were sent back to the mainland, where they were turned off over to a wildlife rescue. The third rabbit has also been returned to the mainland. So they're all reunited. They're back. They've been evicted from the oil rig, and they're doing okay. So it's good. They got a nice little shredded cardboard box with some 3 slices of carrot.
One for each of them.
Which is nice.
I fear this is like a roaches situation where like you see one and you know there's many more.
Well,
Kind of
they
a
did have
famous thing about rabbits.
They knew there was at least another one because they had 1 and 3 written on them.
Yes,
the two
exactly.
They found. So they had to. They're like, okay, where is he? But
These guys are really fucking cute.
Yeah, they're just hanging out. They got their little slices there, and they're chilling. I like the one who's looking over the edge. There's one who's looking over the edge, kind of right out of the. It's a cardboard box that still has the flaps.
Yeah.
So there's like a little kind of corner wedge there in the corner, and he's right up against it there.
He's dreaming of the sea.
And their ears are so
trying
short.
to get back in that forklift. He wants to be back in that forklift.
He wants to be operating that
immediately.
forklift.
I'm his confidant, his best friend, his silly rabbit.
That's right. Their ears are very short, which I think is very cute. And it's quite an adventure. Somebody should write a children's book about this.
I know.
Mm-hmm. They did
Well,
it.
it's a lot like the possibly the most Cliffs-noted book of all time, Watership Down. Maybe the book that most people have been required to read and not read in all
One of the most
history.
upsetting animated films you'll ever see as well.
Yeah,
I never had to
beats you
read
in
that
with the
one.
bunnies.
Seeing a lot of rabbits' whites of their eyes. Just a really upsetting. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it was thrown in. I think I was told to read it. I didn't, and it was like one of those things where like they were a little out over their skis in terms of like it's like when they would try to tell like high schoolers and stuff or like younger people to read like Catch-22 and then just be like, yeah, they're not actually ready for this. Like they're not actually going to get this. It's just upsetting and strange, which I also Cliffs noted. So that's my understanding of it.
Yeah, I read it in high school and I think I liked it, but I don't think I like really understood it. Like I think part of why I liked it was because I knew it was sophisticated. But
yeah,
I don't know. I remember liking it. But
yeah, just
I was just thinking about this the other day. When I was in high school, we read a Yukio Mishima book, and they didn't tell us anything about him, and he is one of the craziest guys of history. And like, they never thought to tell us anything about this dude at all. He wrote he wrote a lot of stuff, but he wrote a coming of age novel called The Sound of Waves. And like they used it to teach about, because I think it was a period novel, and so they used it to teach about like feudal Japan or something. And I don't know, it was like people weren't on Wikipedia like that back then, so no one was like, hey, by the way, didn't this guy like try to do a fascist coup of Japan and then
didn't he get
commit
seppuku
seppuku when he didn't do it? And also he was like a like insane closet case who was like just the biggest piece of work of all time. That's how I describe him. Never came up anything about this dude. Very weird to give too much of 15-year-olds and then not provide any
context. The rise of
context.
Wikipedia, probably why they can't give that book anymore, because it can no longer exist in the bubble that it once did.
Right,
Don't check
right.
this guy out. Don't actually worry about it. I mean, I remember reading, he wasn't who he would become, but I remember being required to read Ben Carson's Gifted Hands. So, there's some villain turns here and there.
That's a very,
At that point,
I feel
he was,
like DMV reading assignment, because wasn't he in Baltimore or like around
Yes.
there?
Yeah, I think it was maybe Johns
He was
Hopkins.
Johns Hopkins, yeah.
Yeah.
He was simply a man who had separated two conjoined twins at that point, and everyone was pretty cool, thought it was pretty cool that he did that.
I bet they were. Yeah. I bet they were assigning Hillbilly Elegy for a while. I bet that was happening.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean,
yeah.
it probably is now like mandatory, but
Yeah, it's that and if whatever Charlie Kirk books there are, I'm sure he's got 15 somehow. They're all very carefully thought out and well and written by him, and not some kind of ghostwriter situation. Gifted Hands. That was was that a Cuba Gooding Jr. movie as well? I believe. I think that was
think
adapted.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he put himself in some really regrettable movies for a while. That was like, I feel like he could have used Cuba Gooding Jr. at a certain point as like that classic, like, if he's in a movie, don't be in it. That is a pretty bad sign. Like, do the opposite of what Cuba Gooding Jr. is doing in terms of all that. I mean, radio, in a time where that was more accepted.
You gotta bring up radio right now.
I'm just saying, even in a time where that was acceptable, people were like, this is not cool. Look, it's a signature movie for him, whether he likes it or not.
yeah, it is in the legacy. It is part of the legacy.
That was a real
to
tough
be like,
stretch.
this is insensitive is crazy. Like, people didn't give a shit back then.
Boat Trip was then too, right? Wasn't Boat Trip also then?
No.
It's a tough.
Cuba,
one.
you wild for
Saga
this one.
hits.
Those are, I believe, those were like what like a year after each other. It was like man,
a 1-2 punch.
No, it's like that boat trip pretty rough. Hope he's got something good next. It's like, oh brother,
just you wait. Boat trip 6% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
Lowest score I think I've ever seen on there.
I mean, OG listeners know our we went deep into Boat Trip at one point because of one particular scene that is one of the grossest things I've ever seen in a movie.
I forgot about that.
Which is him, I'll put it as nicely as like him blasting out of a porthole and seeing it literally hit someone in the face and like be played for laughs. Wild stuff.
That's exactly
right.
Actually, they played that audio. It was weird. I guess they must have licensed it or something. Yeah.
Number.
You know who had a nice boat trip and didn't blast out any portoroles? These bunnies.
Thankfully, because that would have been dangerous for them. Instead, they took care of them and they got slices. They got slices of carrot.
Mm-hmm.
So
good for them. Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2. Now I can't even tell if it's Shelby or Patty doing that.
That was Shelby.
What the fuck?
Number 2 comes to us from Iguana Helium Cube in the Discord. This is a story about, sometimes a simple solution is staring you right in the face. This is in eastern Utah, and they're running out of, not running out of, that's not how all this works, but they're having problems with electricity generation.
We used it all up. There's no more electricity.
Yeah, it's gone.
We gotta wait till it rains. We gotta wait for a thunderstorm.
Yeah. We gotta go dig for electricity. We gotta go find more charged up rocks. Let's go get more
Hopefully
thunderstones.
some farmer will hit on a huge hoard of electricity on his land. We'll
Drilling
saved.
for electricity. The farmer just getting absolutely electrified. And
We gotta find one of those yellow rats.
Yeah. We found a new Pikachu. Put him in the machine.
Get him in the put him in the device.
Yeah.
Put him in the
unit. Prestige style reveal. You figure out that all of the world's electricity is just Pikachus and tanks strapped to a bed.
It's just like it's one of those
Pikachus
things where he's like starfish mode. He's got and it's like spinning him. It's like the Vitruvian man.
Yeah.
The gyroscope.
Dude, I'm not even like 100% sure that wasn't part of the plot in the cartoon at one point, was that the bad guy was like, I want to steal your pet and strap him to a board.
No.
Make electricity with him.
That is some classic villain stuff, to want to strap stuff to boards.
Yeah. They're always strapping people to boards. I guess that's a good way to keep them where you want them to be, but pretty rude. So yeah, they're running out of electricity. Not enough Pikachus over in Utah. And this is the Glen Canyon Dam. And so they have come up with a way. The water level is declining. It's gone down. They're expecting to go down by 10 feet by the end of the summer. And so, and at this point, they would like me to subscribe to keep reading. Wow, they really held on to that for an incredible amount of time. Good God, fuck you. As I scrolled one line down, well, look, I know from the basis of the story or whatever, their big plan to flood this dam with, a couple new inches of water level is to have 50,000 people flush their toilet all at the same time to, I guess, send it down the pipes into the dam where they can use it.
They're actually going to be airing like a comedy special, and it's going to be when take your pick, whoever gets up to perform. Everyone goes to the bathroom at once. They're not even going to tell them they have to do it. They're just going to be like, all right, yep.
Yeah. I want to put names, but I won't name anybody off of it. So just somebody. Yeah. So this is. Okay, wait. Well, now I'm finding. Are they just lying? This is they're getting the real look here. They're saying now this other article is saying it's akin to flushing 50,000 toilets simultaneously.
Okay, well that's not the same.
That's not the same.
Related
so you didn't even
to
do the story right, and you're trying to get me to pay for it. So yeah, this is managers have taken the release of huge volumes in water. Okay, this is not Fortune. Now I wasn't going to call them out because I don't want to give them credit for me not subscribing to their website. But Fortune, you fucked up. You didn't do your goddamn due diligence on this
I
goddamn
can't believe
story.
Fortune magazine would do this.
I
How
can't
could
believe
you?
they've done this.
And look, other people have picked up this headline, which is, again, akin.
Yeah.
The word akin that's real. It's holding up a lot of weight. I was so excited for
Yeah.
this story. I was like, how are they going to do it? How are they going to
Yeah.
coordinate this? Are they going to send like a alert to everybody's phone? Go shit
It's-
now?
I can't believe, they're
Go
picked up
shit
by
now.
such other...
Not even.
Such
It's,
other
it's not even just flushing. Everyone has to go to the bathroom as well.
It has to. You have to piss or shit into it. It's very important.
There's got to be something in there.
Yep.
And now this story is spread to such reputable news organizations as cashwalklabs.io
Yeah.
/news.
No.
You're sullying the good name of cashwalklabs.io. This is how misinformation
God.
starts, folks, with us not reading the full article before.
Well, this article does say that okay, they're just lying. This is they're like, this is what's happened in the news. This is what we're struggling with.
Pathetic.
You know, they're playing this for fucking to get coverage, and we're not going to give it to them.
To get clicks. Sick of it.
Yeah. So here's the story, I guess. Thanks, Fortune, is that there's going to be a lot of water in a dam soon. Jesus Christ.
They
Fucking
gotta,
assholes.
They gotta harness that. Remember a few weeks ago they found like a secret lake under the Great Salt Lake there?
Yeah.
Use that. What's your
Dig down
problem?
in there. Yeah. Oh, there's somebody flushed 50,000 toilets under the Great Salt Lake. Shut up. News. Give me a break here.
They flushed all the toilets.
Idiot!
Is that the angry dad?
Like from the
Yeah, it's like the pissing off my dad Instagram, one of those
Oh,
classic
yeah, yeah.
accounts.
Angry Dad.
let me be
That guy got a
clear.
sitcom, right? That guy got a sitcom?
No, that's
that's
the shit my dad says.
Oh,
I
shit
wanna
my
say,
dad
I want
says,
to,
okay.
but there needs to be some clarification here, just from what Patty said. This is a guy who's like, his dad is like painting a wall, and then his son comes and like throws paint on it or something.
Yeah, his son
Because
comes
if you
in.
just
His
say
son is terrorizing him.
it's scary to just go, this is that angry dad, and you're like, is he just screaming at a baby or a child?
It's very
Right.
good.
No, it's
when the dad
deserved.
just goes, "Fuck off." Yeah, it's like he'll like soak an entire roll of toilet paper and just whip it at his dad while he's trying to do work around the house. Classic prank.
Got his ass.
Just terrorizing your own father.
I mean,
for
unfortunately,
clicks and
it
views.
is quite funny. Unfortunately,
Sorry.
The dad can defend himself. He doesn't need me to feel bad
Yeah.
for him. He could get back at it.
yeah, it's like you won't have the camera on for the next part, pal. It's like okay.
Now it's scary. Yeah, unfortunately, slapping a dad's exposed round belly while he's fixing a ceiling fan
Pretty
is
funny.
family-friendly entertainment for everybody. So what can you do? Very good. I mean, I don't know how you'd find that without also maybe finding some bad stuff. Yeah, go search angry dad clips on YouTube.
Yeah, I
or
can't
Instagram.
remember.
Probably not YouTube.
I can picture the guy, but I can't remember the dad. I mean, but I can't remember anything about
yeah.
the name of the account or anything like that.
And he's a dad as fuck too. He looks like the dad of like a neighbor in a Sunday comic strip. He's like an absolute dad. Just the shape of the head, the mustache, everything you're imagining.
Yeah.
And then imagine him getting a completely soaked toilet paper roll.
Oh, it's
whipped
I
at
think
him.
it is just straight up called "Pissing Off My Dad" is the name of the account. So maybe. So check that out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is
know?
definitely it. Yep. So it's like he's like his dad's like asleep on the couch and he'll like slap the top of his head with a Kraft Singles or something. You know what I mean? Just like, all right, it's
pretty good.
What is it like in this house?
Best
Like,
reactions so far.
Fucking asshole. Fuck. What the fuck? Fuck! Come on!
You can't maintain composure while yelling, "Come on!" That's just
Just like lighting the house on fire or something. It's
hell.
Come on, just goes
Dad's
back
best
on you. It's like-
reactions.
yeah.
Dad's
come
best
on,
reactions. Part 2.
Okay, well. That sounded like you really hit him.
Fuck off!
I mean, there are like impacts being recorded here.
Fucking idiot! Fuck
Yeah, the video does add a bit, I
off, for
think.
fuck's sake!
Oh, is he Canadian?
I guess he might be Canadian. Interesting. That's a nice piece of lore.
Interesting twist. No, I was
I
gonna say,
mean,
but
he's
yeah,
in a
going
long
like
tradition of Kenny versus Spenny if he's Canadian.
That is true.
yeah, but I was like the oh come on or the fuck off is like it's got the same energy where you just still lose as going like oh nice. It's like if you go oh nice, it's like you're still the asshole.
Oh,
so.
that's classy. As somebody,
real nice. Real nice. Yeah. Have you seen those? Great, because this is now the content. Because this
our second story is Angry Dad. That is true.
Yeah. Have you seen those Instagram clips of they go up on the street and they're asking like. They do abbreviations, and they're like, guess these white dude sayings. They're so good. And it's like, it'll be like RNB, and they're like, oh, real nice, buddy? And it's like, yes. It's so good.
I've seen the opposite where it's black people, and so it's like a white person would say, like, to their kid, stop doing that. And then it's like DTSA, and they're like, do that shit again.
Yeah, it's a big one they get is like WBTG, and they're like, who brought this guy? And it's like, yes, it's very good. I highly recommend. So there's some Instagram stuff you can check out.
Yeah,
the story's fake.
Jeez Louise.
You know?
Jeez Louise.
JL.
You're on thin ice.
Louise.
That's a good one. Number one?
Yeah. Cruising for a bruising.
For a bruising.
We gotta bring that one back.
Oh, I was definitely cruising for a bruising a couple times in my childhood.
On this week's bonus episode, we talk about a Reddit wedding, and not in the way you might be thinking.
We also talk about the secret dark history of Michigan J. Frog.
So check that out along with ad-free versions of all of our regular episodes over at patreon.com/whatatimepod. Number one.
And this week's number one reason to say what a time to be alive.
This story comes to us from Sagracious B. Crumb in the Discord. It's another animal story. Just some good news. Good news for you. This happened in Sumatra in Indonesia in the Pak Barat district in North Sumatra. There's like a road that cuts through the jungle, but this is a habitat for an endangered orangutan, the endangered Sumatran orangutan. And so this road, it was, they said, extremely difficult, if not impossible crossing for wildlife. And so they built this like rope bridge over it, hoping that they'd be able to cross the bridge with that, because there are 350 orangutans in this area, and they were worried they were going to split them in half, and they wouldn't be able to breed as easily, and be no
They're
good.
just going to be playing Frogger, basically, going forward.
And maybe they develop into like warring tribes, where they're just like, we can't associate with the others, the mysterious others across the way.
Yeah. I'm trying to imagine the feeling of like you're hauling ass in a car and you see an orangutan like running across the road, arms above its head. I would just flip my car. I don't even know.
Yeah, you're just distracted by how wise it appears. Like it would be, it's over for me.
It just has to put out its hand and your car will stop. Yeah. It's so wise.
The scene from Collateral, but it's not a wolf. It's an orangutan running down the road, putting up his hand.
Michael Clayton has a gun. Michael Clayton. There's just 3 orangutans on the cresting the hill. He's up there staring at them.
The Collateral one, and the orangutan has a gun, and he starts shooting it, and then Tom Cruise is like, "That's me. That's like me. That's who I am." Very good.
By the way, I'm so sick of that in movies where it's like a symbolic plot point that they hit or almost hit an animal in a car. No more of that. No more of that. It's in like every movie. Stop it. I'm tired of it. Anyway.
When they almost hit a bunch of minions in the Minions movie.
Yeah.
And then it's other minions in the back, and they go, "That's us. That's more minions." Minion would go flying.
A minion going flying would be
Imagine
pretty
that.
funny.
They're immortal, right? So it'll be fine. If you hit
They're
it,
strapped to some boards.
if you're in the road,
We're
and you
generating electricity with those
Yeah.
those bad boys.
if you're in the
100%.
road and you see a minion, just keep driving. It's fine.
Floor it.
gas,
Floor it.
Yeah.
Speed up. They like it.
You are helping the world one minion at
They
a
like
time.
it. They like it when it happens.
Yeah.
It is open season. There's bounties on them,
You
like
do not need a
cobras.
permit.
Bring in a minion's fucking head, and we'll give you money for the government. You're stopping the rise of somebody in the future.
Right. Someone's rising if they're around. You got to stop it.
Can't
you
have
gotta
that.
Yeah,
pancake them with your car.
got a
They're making
necklace
another
of-
Minions movie. I saw a preview for it the other day.
They
I'm walking around with like
Smash.
walking around with like a bunch of minion goggles hanging off my neck to show how many minions I've killed.
Yeah, it's, those
Turning
are
them
their
in for a
pelts.
bounty. Yeah, the goggles. You take them, harvest the goggles, which does kill them if you take off the goggles. They
That's
die.
true.
So
It
They
pulls
are
their eyes out
Proves
as
it.
well.
Yeah.
their eye.
It's part of them biologically. We don't fully understand
Overalls.
it.
That's why we need to
Yeah.
kill them to do autopsies to research their anatomy.
Just a
So-
smaller minion in like a Russian nesting doll.
So orangutans, apparently they are, quote, prone to genetic bottlenecks because they live so long and they don't reproduce all that often. So they built this rope bridge. They built it like 2 years ago, this rope bridge. And they finally, like this week, saw an orangutan using it. And there were, quote, cries of delight. People were so excited. So yeah, at least one guy made it across. They live in the trees, so like you'd think they would notice this, this rope bridge.
He was unfortunately a peace envoy to the others and did not
Right.
return. So we don't know
Yeah.
yet what's happened.
They tore him limb from limb.
Whether
sadly.
he may have joined them, it's unclear. But one way or the other, we're waiting in the other camp, the main camp. I don't know, the left camp.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see.
Buddy, when you're conversing with your enemies and you get back a message from a different courier, that's bad news. He got torn limb from limb.
Yeah.
You know peace has not been reached.
we get like a
if the
limb
emissary is not
update.
returned,
Yeah.
limb
Just
update.
seeing somebody who's not your courier walking up to the castle and going, "Oh brother, things are about to be bad for us." Everyone strap in.
Yeah.
But I think it's nice. 2 years is a long fucking time to consider a bridge. They're very cautious.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's unclear why they were not using it before, but hopefully this guy can teach the other ones. Be like, come over here, check it out. We don't have to play Frogger anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think also
Maybe it
like
was
part of
just-
the reason the road is a problem is because they do travel through the trees. So like there's a big gap where there are no trees for them to go across. So there's a very cute video in this story of the little guy who I think they did say was an adolescent male orangutan that would be who's checking it.
That's who's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that's who's going first, no question.
teenage
He would
Russian
love
orangutan.
skate camp. He would go nuts
Yeah,
at skate
send-
camp.
Winston Goes to Woodward. Now there's a box office smash about 20 years ago.
They got those. They
I
got
would
those
like-
wide faces, man. They're just so. They look so wise.
They look so wise. They're
all
the
balding.
cleric class. We all know this.
Yeah.
I'm
We,
trying to send you a picture of him way up in the trees.
I would like-
He's way up.
I would like if that's part of why they haven't used the rope bridge for 2 years is they're just like, it's scary. That thing is scary. It's just, like when you're in the canopy, at least there's kind of, some diffusion between you and the ground. It's not a straight drop onto pavement. I wouldn't want to go across that thing.
That's
They
why
should've
they
made a
let this
full-
daredevil do it.
Mhm.
If he were a
should've
human, he'd
done a
be
full
jumping off
bridge.
the roof into his neighbor's pool. But orangutans don't have that, so they go on
Going
the rope
Dan
bridge.
Licata mode, breaking both of his legs, jumping off a church.
Yeah, this is the Dan Licata orangutan for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Oh.
nice. Should we end on some nice news and do plugs?
Yeah. And other species have begun to use the bridge as well, which is also nice.
That could be
Long-tailed
bad. though.
macaques, agile gibbons, and black giant squirrels.
Cool. Happy to hear it.
Nice.
like, and subscribe.
Y'all ready for this?
Find our Patreon bonus episodes, merch, Discord, and more at whatatimepod.com. And follow us on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram at whatatimepod. Check out CAF's other podcast, Lie, Cheat, and Steal, about liars, frauds, thieves, and bullshitters. Theme song by Naughty Professor. Thanks for listening, and best of luck.
I don't have plugs, but I did a show at Pete's Candy Store this past week, and Samir, one of the guys who hosted it, said that the last time I was booked on that show, some pod listeners came to see me, but I had to cancel because my back was so bad. So if that was you, I really apologize. Thank you for coming. And he said you guys stayed for the rest of the show, so thank you for being a nice audience for Funhouse Comedy at Pete's Candy Store. That's my plug.
Me, same things, usual, newsletter, humbleoffering.com, twitch.tv/pig_dog. That's all I'm really doing these days.
Patty?
That's it.
Nothing for me, thanks.
See you next week, everybody.
Just waters.
Just waters.
Waters for the table.
Tap is fine. Goodbye.
Bowl of water for the table, please.